Hello, my name is Ross. I'm a consultant with InControl Medical, and I wanted to take a few moments to share with you my experience with incontinence. Now, we all know that incontinence is not the most glamorous subject in the world to be talking about. You'll often hear of movie stars or dying of cancers or heart attacks, but rarely, if ever, do you hear about them wetting themselves. Unfortunately, incontinence has now become a major health issue in Australia, affecting nearly 5 million people. It impacts on the individual from a social point of view, on their general health and well-being, which generally declines, and it also has an impact on their personal expenses as well as the public purse. So much so that Deloitte Access Economics did a report in 2011 that demonstrated the total cost of incontinence for every man, woman and child in Australia was over $14,000 a year. 47% of all people with incontinence are under 50 years of age, and 50% of the total number of people with incontinence are unable to contract their pelvic floor muscles correctly when given written or verbal instructions. Those that can, who go on to a GP or physio referred program, actually many of them never complete the program. Why? Because they too can see no noticeable improvement in their condition in the first few weeks. They're unsure whether they're moving the correct muscles, and as a result of those two other things, they just don't continue with the program. So for the majority of people with urinary incontinence, self-managed programs do not work. It was then that I became interested in the Kegel Exerciser. It's a remarkable device that was developed by Furrun Medical Technologies to treat and to heal and to cure people with incontinence. I've personally witnessed many people who have come in with chronic incontinence to be treated on the Kegel Exerciser and in a matter of weeks to be completely healed. Samsung Medical Centers also did similar independent research and demonstrated that for all of the people that they had treated on the Kegel Exerciser, 94% of them had a dramatic improvement in their condition, and over 50% were completely healed. So what is the Kegel Exerciser and how does it work? The Kegel Exerciser measures the pelvic and abdominal muscle strength. The patient sits in a chair, is fully clothed, there are no internal probes used, and the patient is instructed what to do and can see on a screen in front of them whether or not they are moving the right muscles. The muscles are measured and recorded by the Kegel Exerciser, and over the ensuing weeks on each visit they are measured again and again. So the patient can actually see the improvement in their condition as the weeks go by, until eventually they become strong enough that they no longer have incontinence and understand what they need to correct the problem themselves. Patients are booked onto a system via GP management plan or a care management plan, and fee for service for the 6 to 12 week program is normally around $1,500 per patient. Medical clinics that do use the Kegel Exerciser are averaging around 20 to 25 patients a day, and those patients must return twice a week. Amazingly, 80% of all of the participants complete the program. It's also interesting to note that those medical centres that currently have the Kegel Exerciser have a waiting list of 2 to 3 months. My point is that the Kegel Exerciser is one of the simplest programs to implement and to treat people who have had this debilitating stigma for many years, and to be treated and cured within a matter of weeks. Not only that, but it also represents a very generous revenue stream for any medical centre that takes it up. And those that have quickly learn how financially and therapeutically rewarding the program is. So if you'd like the opportunity to find out about this, please click on the link and send your details through to us, and we will respond with a consultant under no obligation. There's one point that I need to raise, is that those people who suffer from pre-existing conditions may or may not be able to be treated, and they are in the minority. But the vast majority of people who have incontinence can be treated very successfully with the Kegel Exerciser. Thank you.